Hello, I'm Tina. Today I will read Nate the Great and the MUSHY VALENTINE. It is very long, but please see it. My name is Nate the Great. I am a detective. I have a dog, Slush. He is a detective too. He helps me with my cases, but one day I had to help Slush with his case. It was Valentine's Day. Slush was napping in his doghouse. I tiptoed up to it. I saw a big red paper heart taped to the outside of the house. Something was pinned on the heart. I love Slush more than Fudge. Someone had given Slush a valentine. I was glad that no one had given me a valentine. I, Nate the Great, do not like mushy words or slushy words. I, Nate the Great, do not want to be anyone's valentine. Slush came out of his doghouse. I showed him his valentine. It was signed with initials, A.B.H. Who is A.B.H.? I asked Slush. Slush sniffed the valentine and sniffed it. He did not know who it was from either. He looked at me. You want me to help you find out who sent you this valentine? I asked. This is not my kind of case, but Slush is my kind of dog. I wrote a note to my mother. Dear Mother, I'm on a valentine case. Slush and I looked for footprints around his doghouse. Slush carried his valentine in his mouth while he looked. He liked it. We did not see any footprints. I was thinking, what clues do I have? The printing on the valentine was made with stencil. Anybody could have done it, and anybody could have stuck the valentine on the doghouse. Who do Slush and I know? We know Rosamond, Oliver, Clutch, Annie, and little brother Harry, Esmeralda, Pip, and Finale. None of them have the initial A.B.H. I saw Annie and her dog Fang coming toward us. Fang will never be anybody's valentine. I have a case for you, Annie said. I can't find the valentine that I made. Please look for it. I already have a valentine case. I said. Someone gave Slush a valentine, but we don't know who. I, Nate the Great, take only one case at a time. I must find my valentine. Annie said, please. I wrote another note to my mother. Dear Mother, 2 valentine cases. I will be back. Love, Nate the Great. Tell me about your missing valentine, I said to Annie. This morning, Rosamond and I each made the valentine at my home. Annie said. Rosamond called them valentines. Valentines? Yes, because her valentine and my valentine looked exactly alike. We each cut out the big red paper heart. We each print I love you on our heart. Then what happened? I asked. Rosamond went home with her valentine, and he said, I began to sign my name on mine. I was going to give it to my little brother Harry, but Frank came into my room. I looked hungry. He looked hungry. I need the great news that looked very well. Frank and I went to the kitchen, and he said, I gave him some kibbles. When I got back to my room, my Valentine was gone. Did Rosamond tell you who she was making her Valentine for? I asked. No, and he said, what does that have to do with my case? Nothing, I said, but I'm on 2 cases at the same time. Remember? I pointed to Slush. Please look at the Valentine Slush is carrying. Does that look like the one that you and Rosamond made? Yes, and he said, except that there are more prints on this one. And this one also has initials. Rosamond's Valentine and my Valentine just said, I love you. But then you started to sign yours, I said. Yes, but I didn't get very far. And he said, you may not have gone very far, I said, but Rosamond could have put much more on her Valentine. When she got home, I made the grade say that Rosamond made her Valentine for Slush. Why would she do that? And he asked. Only Rosamond knows. I said, last year she made a Valentine for the man in the moon. So you have solved your case. And he said, not quite, I said. Slush's Valentine was signed with the initials ABH. Those are not Rosamond's initials. Why would she print them on her Valentine before I serve a case, or the pieces have to fit? Do you have any clues in my case? And he asked. I don't know. Show me where your Valentine was the last time you saw it. We all walked to Annie's house. We went to her room. She pointed to her desk. The Valentine was right there, right here, she said. I looked at Annie's desk. There were pencils and stencils and paste and red paper on it. No Valentine. Slush was sniffing the desk. There are no clothes on this desk, I said to him. But Slush kept sniffing. I peered over and under, in back of, in front of, and inside of things. I could not find Annie's Valentine. Your Valentine is not in this room, I said. Tell me, was anybody in your house besides you and Fang when your Valentine disappeared? Yes, Annie said. Harry was in his room. He could have gone to your room while you were in the kitchen, I suppose, Annie said, but he wouldn't have taken the Valentine. He knew I was going to give it to him right after I finished signing my name to it. Perhaps he was in a hurry to have it, I said. No, Annie said. Harry doesn't like Valentine. Then why did you make one for him? I asked. Annie smiled. I like to give Valentines. So you like to give what Harry doesn't like to get? I said. That could be important. Then again, it might not be important. I must talk to Harry. Where is he? Annie shrugged. He disappeared when the Valentine disappeared. Aha! I said. That could be a big clue. Where does Harry like to go? He likes to go to Rosamond's house to play with her hexes. Annie said. Her hexes? You know, Rosamond's cat. She has a shepherd hex, a big hex, a plain hex and a little hex? Yes, I said. Rosamond has a hex for all occasions. Suddenly, I nicked a great deal of something. I have just solved the case, I said. Oh, great, Annie said. Where is my Valentine? No, not your case, Slush's case. I have not been thinking strange enough. If I had, I would have known that the pieces fit. I must speak to Rosamond and look for Harry, Annie said. I need the great do not like to go to Rosamond's house, but now I had to resolve to go there. Annie Slush found, and I rushed to Rosamond's house. Rosamond was sitting on her floor, making a strange skish brown of Valentine. Her fur cats were crawling all over her. I'm on 2 cases, I said. I need Harry for one and you for the other. Harry was here playing with my cats, Rosamond said, but he left. I don't know where he went, but I'm here. Why do you need me? I took Slush's Valentine from his mouth. I handed it to Rosamond. I need the great say that you made this Valentine for Slush and signed it ABH. Those are the initials for a big hex. This Valentine was from Big Hex to Slush, right? Wrong. Wrong, Rosamond said. This Valentine looks like the one I made, except for the Slush part and the initials. You didn't add words or initials to words? I said. I asked. I added words, Rosamond said, but these are not the words. Besides, I would never do a strange thing, like make a Valentine for a cat to give to a dog. Rosamond would do even stranger things, but I did not want to go into that. I made my Valentine for a person, Rosamond said, but it's a secret too. Right now, I am making a Valentine out of liver for my cats. They haven't been eating their liver lately. It's too good to throw away, so I am changing it into something different. Want to watch my cats eat their Valentine? It was time to leave. I said to Annie, go to your house and wait there. In case Harry comes back, Slush and I went home. I have to eat pancakes, I said to Slush. I have to think twice as hard as I would if I had only one case to solve. I made some pancakes. I gave Slush a bone. I did about Slush's case. Slush is a very great dog. Everybody loves him. Anybody could have given him the Valentine. That was no help to me. I thought about Annie's case. The only person who could have taken the Valentine minute for Harry was Harry. But Annie thought that Harry doesn't like Valentine. I made more pancakes. What had I learned at Rosamond's house? I learned what she did with liver that her cat didn't want. If that was a clue, it was a strange one. What had I learned at Annie's house? Slush had kept sniffing at Annie's desk, where her Valentine had been. Was that a clue? Perhaps, but what case was it a clue for? Slush's case, or Annie's case, or both? Did it matter? Perhaps I could use a clue from one case to help solve another case. I picked up Slush's Valentine where he had dropped it, while he chewed his bone. There had to be a reason why Slush's Valentine looked like Annie and Rosamond's. But Rosamond said she had made hers for a secret person, and Annie said she had made her for her Valentine, brother Harry. I started at the initial ABH. I now knew they didn't mean a big case, but they had to be somebody's initials. Who would sign ABH? Suddenly, I knew the grade had a lot of pieces that fit. We must go back to Annie's house, I said. Slush dropped his bone and picked up his Valentine. We went to Annie's house. Slush sniffed Annie's desk again. I have solved your case, I said to Annie. See, how Slush just sniffed your desk. That's because his Valentine was once on your desk. His Valentine was your Valentine. What? Annie said. How much of your name did you print on your Valentine before you had to stop? I asked. Just A. Annie said. I was going to finish with N-N-I-E. I need the grade say that your brother Harry saw the Valentine you made for him. He didn't want it, so he added the words Slush more than fudge. Then he added B and H to the A. And his brother Harry. Then he took the Valentine to Slush's duckcase and stuck it there. But why didn't he just throw away the Valentine instead of doing all of that? Annie asked. For the same reason Rosamond could not throw away the liver, I said. Remember when she told us it was too good to throw away? So she changed it into something different. Harry did not want to throw away something good either. The Valentine you made for him, so he changed it into something different. A Valentine for Slush. But what Slush? Annie said. Look how much Slush liked it. I said. Harry had a very good idea. I will never make another Valentine for Harry. Annie said. Harry will be glad to hear that. I said. I turned to go. I had solved Annie's case. I had solved Slush's case. They were the same case. Slush and I walked home. I saw something stuck to my front door. It was a big red paper heart. I had gotten a Valentine after all. I knew who it was from. I knew what I did not want to know. I was Rosamond's secret person. I walked up to the door. I knew the Ray was about to read that. Rosamond roughed me. I was not ready for that. I'll never be ready for that. But I had to face it. I read I love you, Nate, because you're great. I had to take this Valentine off my door, but if I touch it, it would be mine. Perhaps the Valentine will fall off by itself, or blow away. Run, die. I made the great curve. I stepped backward. I knew another house where I could wait. Sludge was very glad to have me. Finished.